Once upon a time, there was a dad and his boys. He gave them lots of gifts and plenty of toys. One brother was quick, a real bright spark. Bert worked hard and got great marks. He listened to his dad and he did what he was told. He even worked hard when he had a cold. The other brother, Chad, was a real tricky fish. Sat around all day, eating chocolate from a dish. He was as lazy as could be, didn't do a thing. Stayed in bed all the time, then went out partying. One day Chad said, "I'm bored with this place. I need to get out, I must pack my case." He went to his dad and asked for the money. His dad said, "Son, are you trying to be funny?" "I'm not funny, Dad, I hate this home. I'm going to get out and take an aeroplane to Rome." He took the money and then he ran. He didn't even stop to say goodbye to his gran. The other brother, Bert, looked after his dad. He worked on the farm. He was a real good lad. The years went by, and they didn't hear a thing. Nobody knew what Chad was doing. At first, Chad had fun. He was friends with the stars. He spent lots of money on sweets and fast cars. He was out all night, spending his cash. His friends thought he was cool, and all his clothes were flash. Then, one day, Chad looked into his purse. "Oh no!" Chad cried. "This couldn't be worse." He had no money, not even a penny. He had spent it all, and he hadn't saved any. What could he do? He was in a real tight spot. He couldn't go home, because he'd been a real plot. He went through the bins, but only found a welly. All his friends went away, because he was so smelly. Chad was starving hungry, and he needed to eat. He couldn't find no food and was sleeping in the street. He walked all day until he met a man who owned 10 pigs and needed a hand. "Look after my pigs, keep them nice and clean. I can't pay you because I don't have a bean. But if you get hungry, you can eat the scraps that the pigs don't eat whilst they're having their naps." So Chad worked hard, which was kind of new. He cleaned the pigs and he shoveled their poo. One day he sat down, feeling so sad. He couldn't help but think about his dad. He thought about the people that worked for him. The food they got was not so grim. He thought for a bit, and then he came up with a plan. He would travel home. He missed his gran. He would say that he was sorry, that he'd been wrong. He would like to work for them if they could get along. He would do any job. He would not moan. He would just be glad to be back home. He said goodbye to the pigs, for he was in a hurry. would come back. He went to the window, and to his surprise, a man on the path with tears in his eyes. He ran down the road with his arms stretched wide. He grabbed Chad and he hugged him tight. He said, "My son, I'm so glad you're here. But, get your brother a beer. My son was lost, but now he's found. He is back and wants to turn his life around. Get cooking a roast. I want lots of cream. Tonight we party. We are celebrating." Bert looked on at the happy crowd. "What had Chad done?" he yelled and growled. "I have worked hard, looked after you, Dad, done what you asked, been a real good lad. Chad has done nothing, just ran off with the money, and now he sits here eating ice cream and honey. It's not fair!" Bert shouted. He stopped about, crossed his arms and pouted. His dad saw the scene and went to Bert. "I understand, boy, that you must feel hurt. I love you, son, as much as your brother. You have been here, and we've looked after each other. But this son was lost. He went away. He said goodbye to me, but he's returned today. Jesus loves us all, one the same as the other. He celebrates with us as we get back our brother. God is full of grace. It doesn't matter what you do. He loves us all to pieces, and He will forgive you. You've been away, you've had some fun, but now that's ended. Now that's done. You think about your God, your heavenly Dad. Can you come back to Him? Will He be glad? He promises to love us, no matter what we do. Like in this story, He will always welcome you.